From the Jake Lindsay Studios in Warrington, England, it's time to do the best of 2020. Now here he is, the man himself, Jake Lindsay! Good evening and welcome to the Jake Lindsay Show Best of 2020. This show is going to work a little bit like the Triple Headline show at the world famous Hot Water Comedy Club. We're going to choose what I think are 3 of the best interviews from the show, with a little 10-minute drinks and toilet break in between. We'll also have a very Christmassy performance for you at the end. So let's get cracking with yoga instructor Kate Knox. Hi Kate.
Jake, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Good, nice to see ya.
Nice to see you too. So my first question is, how are you finding lockdown?
Good question. I'm having a really nice time personally because I'm getting to spend lots of time with my mum, who I don't normally get to see because she lives in the north and I live in London. But obviously feeling sad about everything that's going on and hoping that it's going to be over as quickly as possible.
I hear that you're running a yoga class, but it's not just any sort, is it? Could you explain why?
No, it's very different. So first of all, it's for absolutely everybody. As long as you like music and you like moving your body, then it's for you. And as you know, we've called the class Disco Yoga. So it's kind of a celebration of movement and of music together.
Is this your own creation?
Yeah, it's my own creation. Yeah, and as I've been doing the classes, I've been getting feedback from people and giving more of what people do want and taking out the stuff that people don't want.
How many people are turning up to each session?
We're averaging about 30 people a class. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a little bit less. But it's been great. It's had a really good response from people, and people seem to really be enjoying it and getting a lot from it.
If I was to join, or anyone else for that matter, what can I or they expect?
Oh, good question. So you can expect to get really sweaty. First of all, expect to hear some tunes that you'd absolutely forgotten about that just really get you going. And what else to expect? To get on with the rest of your day feeling really calm and you've got rid of all that extra energy that's been building up because of lockdown.
Do you need much in terms of equipment to be able to join in with the session?
No, Jake, absolutely nothing. You could even just do it on your carpet if you wanted. You don't even really need a mat. Just bring in yourself and your sense of humour and then you're all sorted. You're set to go.
When and where are these sessions taking place?
When and where? So in your own living room or wherever you've got space for you. I'm doing it from my mum's dining room, which is fun. And I'm doing the classes are on Sundays at 5:30. Sundays at 11:30 a.m. and Thursday evenings at 5:30 p.m.
You have to pay to join in?
No, it's donation based. So it's completely up to you. If you feel like you're in a position that you can donate at the moment, then that's great. But it's absolutely optional. I'd so much rather people just come and just express themselves through movement and not worry about if they can't afford to actually pay for the class. What
do you do rather than teaching yoga when you're not in lockdown?
I'm a DJ as well, so that was kind of how we came to start doing disco yoga, was the fusion of putting the music with the yoga movements. So I DJ quite a lot in London and clubs around London, and yeah, that's it. And it ties in really well with the yoga side of things because, yeah, obviously the music is really important, I think.
What importance do you think yoga has in terms of physical and emotional health, especially during this time?
Great question. I think it's absolutely crucial, especially for people that aren't so used to the benefits that moving your body physically can create in your mind. A lot of people say, yeah, I don't want to do anything like movement. I'm not really in the mood. But then as soon as you kind of make yourself do something that's moving your body, instantly your mind is like, oh my God, this is great. I want to do this all the time.
My final question is, I know most people associate yoga with meditation. So what's the difference between a normal relaxing yoga session and this one?
Good question. So I find that any kind of movement, even if it's not yoga, even if it's dancing or just like kind of playing around and moving your body, is all a kind of moving meditation. So by distracting your mind from all the stresses of everything, particularly at the minute, like you were saying, everything that's going on, I think that in itself is a meditation. And a lot of people, they say like, oh, I'm too busy to meditate. I'm too easily distracted. So if you're that kind of person, then maybe doing a class that's a little bit more vibrant and dynamic is the way to go, rather than kind of, sitting and like chanting your mantras. This is a good way, a kind of introduction into meditation yoga.
Just sort of maybe add as well, do you think you maybe might carry on this session after this?
Yeah, I'd love to. And if people turn up, if people want to do it, then I'll keep teaching it, definitely, because it's been so fun. And it's I was speaking to a friend of mine and Hannah's, Jake, who was basically saying that, because the class is really challenging, it's not an easy class, but it's by you doing the class in your own front room, you've got the confidence. You don't feel like you're going to look stupid in front of other people. You can just, try as much as you want, fall over and not be worried about kind of bumping into anybody else. So it's a really good way of kind of progressing your practice without feeling self-conscious if you're in like a group environment.
That's all the questions I have. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me, Jake. It's fantastic.
It's been brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. You're so welcome. Take care.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Kate Knox, everybody. First of 2 breaks now. So join me back here in 10 minutes as I recall the time when I interviewed my best mate and former Meerkat lad, Ted Cross. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the screen your host, Jake Lindsay. Welcome back to part 2 of this festive special. Now it's time to see the highlights from when I interviewed my best mate and former Meerkat lad, Ted Cross.
Hello.
Hello, Ted.
How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Yes.
Let's get started, shall we?
Yes, indeed we shall.
As you know, I spoke about the GCSE results in 2020 earlier in the programme. How did you get on with your results?
I did all right. I got what I wanted to. Maybe not as flashy as some people. You know, I got highest grade I got was a 6, and the lowest I got was a 4. So that's good. That's what I wanted.
That's actually really, really, really good. For me, GCSEs really don't matter. Let's go back to the archives and see where we started. We started as statues in the Narnia experience in 2013, didn't we?
Oh yes, we did. And I'll always remember when Jamie Carragher came as a guest, and all the Liverpool fans who were playing statues were trying to all be statues, and I was hoping for maybe Marouane Fellaini or someone like that to come round, and instead we got Jamie Bloody Carragher.
And then we went on to do the greatest story ever told as the Meerkat Lads, didn't we?
Oh yes, the Meerkat Lads. Back in
2014,
and that's how we got the nickname the Meerkat Lads. That was probably the best production I've ever been involved with. It was a fantastic production, and there's a picture of us as the Meerkat Lads, and looking back, like
let's get that picture on screen now.
We've got to recreate that picture in 20 years.
Then we went on to play the elves in the Secret at Christmas, didn't we?
Oh, we did. Of course we did. And we also played in the brothers in the dinner scene, didn't we?
Yeah, it was absolutely freezing because we were in the catacombs of St George's Hall, which were in the basement.
Oh yeah. I probably preferred the dinner scene out of the two, but the elves were fun.
And then we went on to play the Tweedles in the winner of the 2016 Small Tourism Award at the Liverpool Tourism Awards back in 2016. The Tweedles at the Alice Experience.
Hey! And that's probably where apart from the Meerkat Lads, that was probably our other big break in acting, you know. We got more to do, we got to interact with the audience more, you know, there was everything. And
now we're currently in the middle of a new play, an Inspector Claude with wasps, aren't we?
Oh yes, and which I have written part of, so that's my first writing credit on a play.
Hello, sir. Can I help you?
I would like a plate of your finest fish and chips, please, sir.
Certainly, sir. I'll just put your order in. 1 fish and chips to eat,
Shouldn't that be out?
I thought you said you wanted nothing to do in my business.
Oh, I need the money.
Oh, I see. I'll have to go along with it then.
So, that was 1 fish and chips to take out, right?
No, I said 1 fish and chips to eat in.
No, out.
No, in.
No, out. You say in, I say out. Let's see what it's all about.
Oh, you stupid woman.
How long will that take, sir?
Just have to catch the fish first.
What?
We pride ourselves on having the freshest fish and chips, like the sign says.
Now, you come right back here, sir. How long will that take?
20 minutes. I'm only joking, 10.
Very well. Cut the jokes. I'm very hungry right now. Maybe do a plate of pommes frites or something while I'm waiting.
What's your favourite bell ringing location and why? As I know you've got a hobby in that, haven't you?
Well, there's a few. Maybe there's a couple I can pick out though. The first one is my own tower, St Anne's in Rainhill, which is the size of a lift shaft. You can probably stretch your arms from one side to the other. Very, very tiny bells. But my favourite location, probably York Minster, just purely for the sound of the bells there. The sound of the bells there are absolutely fantastic. It's a bell ringer's dream.
I know you also have a hobby in train spotting. What's your favourite station and why?
Well, it depends on what kind of station you're looking for. I don't really have a favourite overall station, but my favourite station for, say, fast trains is Cheddington in Buckinghamshire.
I know you've also been in a choir and you play piano. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Well, I used to be in a choir where I was in there for about 5 years. Stopped about, must be 4 years ago now. Crikey, time flies. And I'm not sure if I can say I left on good terms with that place, but singing isn't really for me at the moment, but you never know. And I also play piano. Yes, I'm not the best pianist, but I know enough to get me around. It's fun.
Well, thank you very much, Ted, for this interview. You've been a brilliant guest.
It's always great to talk to you, Jake, and long may the Meerkat lads live on.
Oh, yes, definitely. I hope we get to reunite with that stage name sometime.
Oh, we should do. Let's hope in about 30 years we have our own stage show
Yeah,
called the
that'd be
Meerkat Lads
lovely,
Live.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Cheers very much, Ted. The fantastic Ted Cross, everybody! Time for the final break now. Join me back here in 10 minutes' time for our concluding interview, where I'll be talking to YouTube royalty, Planet Dylan. Welcome back to the final part of tonight's show. Clap, cheers, stamp your feet, make as much noise as you possibly can. And welcome back to the screen, your host, Jake Lindsay. Welcome back to the final part of this festive special. Now, as promised, here's the interview with YouTube royalty, Planet Dylan.
Hiya, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Right, finally. Has it started like properly, or do you need to talk to me first?
I'll start asking my questions.
Alright, okay. Yeah.
How are you finding lockdown?
Well, to be honest, it's quite difficult, like, it's difficult for everyone. But, you know, there's certain things you can do, isn't there, you know, to entertain yourself. And, to be honest, to just talk to as many people as possible. I've got a lot of friends, so, you know, talk to all my friends. Try and keep people entertained by doing my YouTube videos and so on. I speak to you during lockdown, you know. Although it's a hard time, you just gotta stay happy, really, and that's the best way you can deal with it, in my opinion. So, you know.
What's it been like trying to make YouTube content during the lockdown, as your channel is mostly rugby based, isn't it?
Well, to be honest, it has been difficult. Like, obviously, my biggest thing on my channel is the rugby vlogs, as you know, Jake. And, you know, the Warriors and Wolves, and go to every game, vlog them all, but there's not really much else I can do, to be honest. Like, I've been doing some, you know, some horror games and just some, that's about it, really. Like, I just got to fill in them gaps and just whatever comes to my head, just to fill it in while I'm waiting for the Wire games to come back. And, you know, I just got to do anything, really.
Just like me, you play for the Warriors and Wolves LDRL team. What's it like not being able to play rugby recently?
Well, to be honest, I like staying fit and stuff, but it's quite difficult when you know, but it's because the rugby is like the biggest thing you do, and every Friday you used to go training and, you know, staying fit, and I love playing rugby, and it's been difficult not doing what you love the most. And to be honest, as well, I miss all my friends, because the rugby that we do on Fridays, like, there's a lot of people that you miss and talk to as well. Because rugby's not just rugby. It's to me, it's bigger than that, and I really miss it, and I wish it could go back soon. Go on.
Who's your favourite rugby league player in LDRL?
A favourite rugby league player in LDRL? Do you mean like on our team, like who we play with?
In any of the teams?
Any of the teams? Well, to be honest, I'm friends with a lot of people from the LDRL, because, like, I've got obviously all the people from our team, Warrington Wolves, but I've got a few from other teams as well. I speak to people from Hull KR, and we're in that group chat as well, which there's a Hull KR fan in there with us. His name's, you know, I've got some mates from Hull KR. His
name's Josh Monroe, isn't it?
Josh Monroe's his name, yeah. And I like them all. I like everyone. You know, Matt, you're fantastic as well. I just think everyone's fantastic. They're all equal to me.
How important do you think communication via Messenger and all that is during this time?
Well, obviously, I do think it's quite important, because, you know, obviously, like, it's the only way you can talk to people, to be honest. Like, you can't go visiting everyone all the time and all that, so it's the best way you can communicate with someone, isn't it? Like, it's the best thing you can do.
What was your favourite event been of the LDRL?
Favourite event? Well, there is an event that I unfortunately missed out on that I wish I could be in there, and that was we played at Anfield, if you remember that. Was it Magic Weekend? I think it was Magic Weekend, and they played at Anfield. I couldn't actually play, but I wish I could play, because I was doing something else. But apart from that, I quite enjoyed the tournament. So we did a tournament at Widnes once. We'd be able to play in the Halliwell Jones Stadium in our own home ground, and in my opinion, I love that, mate. Like, the home of the Warrington Wolves, like, you feel like a true player.
I know, it's iconic, isn't it?
It is. It's fantastic, yeah. So there's been so many events. Like, it's hard to remember. It's hard to, like, mention one that I've liked the most, because there's been so many, and, you know.
I love that moment when you scored a golden point try as well.
Oh, that was the at Blackpool, wasn't it? Everyone, basically, I think it was like 3 tries all or something. I can't remember like that. And it was against Hull KR, was it? And then someone passed me the ball. I just went straight down the wing, do what I usually do, dodged a couple, and then just got the ball down. And then after that, everyone just piled on top of me. So that was a good moment for me.
My favourite moment is when I scored the try against Widnes at the Holton Stadium.
Oh yeah, definitely that. I think I remember that actually. Like, did you score a few that night, or was it just that?
No,
one?
I scored only one.
Well, you can score a few tries, or you can score one quality try, and I'm sure it was fantastic. And scoring in one of the stadiums, it's a good feeling, isn't it?
You train a lot with Rowan, don't you, at training?
Yeah, I do. To be honest, I do. And sometimes I see Rowan away from training as well. Like, we do some practicing. Like, for example, we go training every Friday. Sometimes I might meet him an hour before training or something, and we'll do a bit of practicing before we go. So I got on with Rowan quite well, So he's a good friend, Rowan.
I think that's about it, really.
Finished?
Yeah.
That was quick, wasn't it? Well, Jake, it's been a pleasure to be on your show. I've loved it, and it's a real honour to be on your show today, Jake.
I hope we can get back to rugby vlogs soon. I hope we can see each other at the Halliwell Jones and play each other at rugby and all that. Oh,
definitely. Well, as soon as this lockdown's over, we'll definitely be doing that, playing in the stadium, back to training, and just doing what we do best, isn't it? And we'll have to start getting you on my vlogs again soon, on my Warrington Wolves vlogs.
Yeah, because I miss doing that.
I know. I think we all do, don't we? We all miss it. We all miss all of it.
I cannot wait to get back to rugby, so I'll see you soon.
Right, I'll see you soon, Jake. Thanks for having me on the show.
YouTube royalty Planet Dylan, everybody. Making all 3 series of this show has been super hard work, but it's been super fun at exactly the same time. Thank you so much to all of our guests, all of our musical guests, the studio team, my parents, and of course you, the viewers. Thank you for being so fantastic and so patient. It's been super fun. If you want to get involved with next year's recordings, get in contact with us at www.thejakelindsay.co.uk. Time for a finale music performance now, and here to perform Oh Holy Night is the absolutely fantastic Amy Groves.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, the yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angels' voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night divine. Led by the light, be So led by a light of a star sweetly gleaming, here comes the wise man from Orient land. The King of Kings lay thus in lowly manger, in all the trials, born to be our friend. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angels' voices, oh night divine, oh night when Christ was born.